This is Newell Auger coming to you with this week's report from Augusta for the week ending March the 2nd. Today is actually March the 3rd. I'm standing outside the Alliance offices after we completed a fantastic day at the State House. I want to thank all of you who came down and all of you who reached out to your legislators and told them to come to see us on the second floor. We had a running tally. It was impromptu and slightly informal, but I think we were at least at 50 different legislators who came down to either introduce themselves or get introduced to any number of the folks who came down. VNA, Care and Comfort, Home Health and Hospice, the folks from Maine Health and from York County. So thank you all. I know I'm forgetting a couple names, but that was a fantastic turnout, a lot of good energy and a lot of momentum to get us over the finish line, to get the additional $4 million that we got in last year's budget. And again, we keep moving forward and keeping the momentum. There was an editorial in today's Press Herald and other Maine Today papers authored by Aaron Herbig, Democrat from Belfast, and Ellie Espling, who has sponsored our bill in the past, advocating for the both parties to finish the job in funding not only the IDDD folks, but also that additional increase for home-based care. So we're remaining cautiously optimistic, and we're going to keep the pressure on through the end of the session. A couple other things that have been going on in Augusta. Probably of most significant note is the Secretary of State has certified that the Maine People's Alliance and their allies have provided the requisite number of signatures to get the Universal Home Health Bill on the ballot. Obviously, the Alliance and the members will be continuing to work on our response to that and stay actively involved in some of the discussions on the election side going forward. The marijuana bill has left the building, or left the committee, and it's now headed to the full legislature. That probably will happen not next week, but maybe the week after. The Health and Human Services Committee has proposed a number of changes to the medical program as well. That may be heading down the pike. Who knows at this point whether any of that's going to get through, because the governor may just deep six the whole thing. The question will be, will there be enough votes to override that veto? We'll see about that. And finally, there was any of you who were here earlier today saw there was a big battle over gun rights in Maine in response to the Parkland massacre. There were a couple bills put forward to the Legislative Council. One of them got through, which actually would give law enforcement the ability, with a judge's approval, to remove ammunition and firearms from the home of an individual who's been judged to be dangerous to himself or to others, or herself or others. And that's going to clearly be a big battle line. And as I say, anyone who was in the Hall of Flags at 9 o'clock earlier today got to see that up close and personal. So more on that to come. In the meantime, thank you again for everyone who came down and everyone who reached out for a great legislative day. And we'll keep the momentum moving forward. We'll talk to you next week.